Good morning, guys, or good evening, depending on where you are. I just wanted to take a minute to make a video and discuss accountability and how it can be used to get to where you really want to be in life. Because at the end of the day, depending on what you're doing with your life and where you're up to, the only person that there is to blame for the circumstance you're in is you. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean by the fact that if you're unhappy in your job, or you're unhappy with your body, or you're just not where you want to be in your life, in relationships with certain people, the quickest way to try and fix any of this is to take accountability. In saying that, it's definitely not a quick fix, but you need to understand that you are in control of most of these things that go on in your life, as far as how you think and how you act and what you do. And I'm not saying that every single day is going to be easy, because we know that that's not the case, and anything that is easy is probably not worth doing. Sorry, nothing worth doing isn't ever coming easy, is what I mean. For an example, I don't know, say you're not happy with your job. You have the power to change that. You can go and apply for other jobs, and you might say, I'm not good enough or smart enough to get that job. But you have the tools out there to learn whatever it is that you need to do the job. Like you've got all these tools. Education is everywhere. Traineeships, online courses. Even if you want to learn a trade or something, go and work for a bloke for 2 weeks for free and see if he thinks you're a good fit for the business. As far as that, it might even be starting your own business. Like, why not you? You know? And that's how you need to treat this life, is why not you? You have the same 24 hours in a day as everybody else. And I know everyone's circumstances are a little bit different, but at the end of the day, if you want to do something, you really need to find a way, like be accountable. And I don't know if that's what causes the midlife crisis in men, is that eventually one day they wake up and they realise they are running out of time, and we really do only have one shot at life. And I think if more people realise this sooner on, they would be running towards this like it was the ocean and you are on fire. You'd be trying to you'd be trying to chase goals harder and achieve the things that you really, really do want to do. And I was having a talk with a colleague the other day. I said to him, if you could do anything in life, what would you want to do? And he said, I'm really passionate about blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, why don't you go after it? And he'd be in his late 40s by now. And he just said to me, he said, the fire's just not inside anymore. And I kind of thought that was really, really sad. You know, the fact that he's resigned himself to that this is what his life is, and he's not overly happy in it. And he's not going to do anything to change that or try and better it for himself. And it was kind of sad to think about. And also too, I think the fact that it is a lot of hard work, like it is a lot of inner reflection for you to sit there and go, well, I'm in this part of my life where this is my circumstances, and while all of this might not be my fault, I'm the only one that's in control enough to make the difference. And people don't want to reflect on what they've done to get to where they are. Like some people, they might be lazy, or they didn't pay attention in school enough, or they didn't try hard enough. And I guess people don't really want to look back and reflect on that and feel the pain from all those missed opportunities. But that's what you need to do to get further towards the next point in your life. And it might not even be work-wise. Like I said, it could be fitness-wise. Like all those years of eating bad things and not running around as much anymore, not exercising. It's not like, you remember when you were a kid and you'd go out on the playground and you'd find time to run and be active, and it was play then. It wasn't because of you didn't want to look fit when you were a child. It wasn't about that. It was just play, and that activeness helped you keep your weight normal. And again, you're the only person that is accountable and in control of that. And that's why diets and fads are all like, they don't always work, because people go back to old habits. And that's the thing, you need to break the habit, break the cycle, break the loop, and start the new thing today. Even pick that new identity from today on and say, I am no longer that person. I am now this, and this is what I'm going to do. And for anyone that says, oh, well, that's great, but I don't really know what it is that I want to do, I'm going to give you one tip. Just once a day, whether it be in the morning or if it's in the afternoon, just spend 5 minutes to grab a chair, sit down, and stare at a blank wall. See what ideas come to your mind and write it down after. If you spend a week or two where you do this, I guarantee you're going to have some good ideas. And what it is everyone is just overly stimulated with Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and the doom scrolling, that no one really stops and thinks for himself for like 5-10 minutes anymore. No one's bored when you're sitting at the doctor's anymore waiting to go in, because you're on your phone and you're scrolling and you don't have the time to think about all this and think about what life could become and what ideas are going to come to you for starting a business, or how else you can make money, or breaking out of that mindset of a 9-to-5 job. And if you just sit there for 5 minutes and stare at a blank wall with no other distractions, you'll start to be really surprised by what comes to you. And you might even find out what it is that you enjoy, or what you want to try and have a go at in life. The whole thing is, what value can you give to other people as far as business and work? You know, like while you're earning a wage, you are giving the employer your time, so that's what is valuable to them, and they pay you money for that. But they are still selling the final product, or whatever the final outcome is, at a higher rate and making money off you. I'm not saying to go into competition with your boss or your employer on whatever it is. You should definitely find your own thing, find the things that interest you, and just have a go at them. I was talking to a friend the other day just about an idea that he has for an online business, and it's something that we're going to look into, and you might even see it mentioned here on this channel, and we might even talk about that a little bit later on. But the thing is that if you have a purpose or a passion, you can put your mind to it and you will find a way to make this work. Strike while the iron is hot and get results. As always, guys, if you've gotten anything out of this video, I'd ask you to like, subscribe, and comment down below and tell me, what is it that you are passionate for? What is it that you've taken accountability for and you are working towards in your life this week? All right, guys, see you in the next one.